Hello.
We're back. We had some technical difficulties, but we're back. I've been speaking with Shantae Love of Brown Girl Birthing, birth doula, lactation counselor, and more. She's also on Facebook and Instagram, Brown Girl Birthing. So let's get back on track, Shantae. And I believe we were talking about the missing keys, lactation, midwives, and we'll just take it from there. Let's talk about colostrum and breastfeeding and what other things you'd like to say to the listeners.
Okay, so we can start with breastfeeding and colostrum because that is a very important part of breastfeeding. So for those who don't know, colostrum is the first form of milk that you make when baby is produced. When baby is birthed, like once baby goes through birth canal and your placenta is delivered, your body is signaled and it says, "Hey, we got a new baby. It's time to go." So colostrum is a thicker form of milk. It's not. It's much more dense and not as liquidy. And when baby comes, if you were to squeeze it out or try to pump it out, you may get a teaspoon to a tablespoon. But this is okay because baby's belly size is only the size of a marble. And that colostrum is very, very dense. So it's very filling. And in this colostrum, it's super important that even if you choose not to breastfeed for longer, that we try to get that colostrum to baby because this is baby's first line of defense when it comes to, exposure to the outside world. When baby comes out, they've never been exposed to germs and viruses and all of these things that we have been exposed to daily. They haven't had any vaccines or anything like that. So by us giving them the colostrum, we are coating their bellies with its first line of defense. All of the microorganisms that we've come in contact since birth, such as, the common cold and the flu virus and all of these things that we have had, we're providing antibodies for them in our colostrum. And so we're coating their bellies with antibodies to help protect them and help them fight off anything that they may come in contact with before they're able to, get vaccinated or if you should choose, or have small exposures to viruses and illness.
Right, and the antibodies, and do we have figures on how low the percentages are if you were to breastfeed to reduce allergies?
With colostrum or with breastfeeding long term?
Right, like with colostrum, because a lot of people don't know that when you breastfeed, it helps reduce allergies, asthma. But because a lot of people stop breastfeeding, there are a lot of people with nut allergies, chicken,
Yes.
egg allergies.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Hmm.
And there aren't any, like, I would say, specific statistics that I have found, but there are things where it says that it is less likely to have those allergies. And this is due to the fact that when we're not our babies, like, the things that we eat, they're being exposed to them in some shape or form. So it
Hmm.
essentially is helping them to recognize like this foreign particle, like, that is being entered into their body. Their palates are more diverse, like their taste buds, they're more diverse when we breastfeed. They're more likely to try different foods. And also, when you breastfeed, baby controls how much they intake. So,
Right.
connections to obesity being decreased, childhood obesity being decreased when babies breastfeed. And, we speculate that this is due to that we're not overfeeding them. When they breastfeed, they stop when they're not hungry anymore. We're not forcing 2 ounces down their bellies, every time, because if you have a bottle, they're going to eat it until it's gone or drink it until it's gone, instead of stopping when their bellies are full. So we do know that, when we see breastfed babies, there are decreased rates long term of childhood obesity and diabetes as well.
Nice, nice. And what do you think, or what do you suggest mothers eat while breastfeeding to eat healthy? And what are the different foods that you suggest to your clients?
Well, really, it's not any particular food that I would say don't eat. Baby's going to get the nutrition that they need regardless. Eating healthy is just so that mom gets the nutrition that she needs, because the milk is going to be nutritious regardless. Like, they're going to pull from all of your sources. So you may be lacking, in the nutrients that you need if you're eating unhealthy. But baby is going to have, everything that they need.
They'll get their
So I
okay.
would recommend, like, drinking water, staying hydrated. It would be good to eat vegetables and fruit, because they give you more energy. Your body breaks them down more well, so you will have more energy. But like I said, it's not a specific diet that you need to have. But you want to make sure that you're getting proper nutrients, because when you eat better, you feel better. And breastfeeding
Right.
is gonna drain you. Making milk, feeding another human, it's gonna be tiring. So you want to make sure that you're eating good so that you feel well.
Right. Well, I always suggest that eating clean is better for mom and baby. So
Mm-hmm.
that's why I was just wondering what if you have mothers that everybody's different. And of course, since we're trying to bring awareness to women of color,
Mm-hmm.
they don't get the information that others get. So
Right.
for me, more like an advocate trying to get them to understand and how to make more healthy meals so that they can get the nutrients they need to have a more healthier baby. Not
Yes.
saying that if you
Yes.
don't, you're not going to have a healthy baby, because we already know some people. I know people that just eat junk food and have
Mm-hmm.
been pregnant and baby's fine.
Mm-hmm.
So it was
Mm-hmm.
just that's one of my things that I really try to encourage, but I don't have a lot of pregnant mothers that I work with, because mine is natural, and we don't, you can't use essential oils uh, while you're pregnant. You have to
Mm-hmm.
make sure that you talk with your physician,
Right.
etc. Yeah.
Yeah. So definitely eating healthy. But as I said, like, this isn't a particular diet. And also, just being mindful of the diet choices that we make. Like, how we eat is how our children are going to eat. We can tell them, eat your vegetables, as much as we want, but if they don't see you eating them, they're probably going to eat what you eat. So just being conscientious of that they're learning that their eating habits, and their preferences based on what you're eating, so that's what I try to, educate moms on, and that, why this is a healthy choice for them and their body, and how it will make them feel, better.
Nice. That's nice. Well, that's great. I'm just excited that you are in this line of work and that you are bringing awareness to those who need assistance or need coaching.
Mm-hmm.
So we wanted to talk about breastfeeding in particular, or what other gems and nuggets can you give the listeners that would help?
Well, breastfeeding shouldn't hurt. It's a mark. That's a big one that we hear, and that's a big deterrent for moms. Like people tell them it's gonna hurt, and it really shouldn't be painful. If it is painful, then that means something is going on with the latch and how baby is on breast. And also just reminding moms, like, be patient. Although breastfeeding is natural, it's not instinctual. Like, like we don't just baby and you just know how to do it. Like, you have to learn it. They have to learn it. They have to learn your body, and you have to learn theirs. And so just being patient with yourself, with baby, remaining calm, and just finding the support that you need, when there is pain. Asking questions, like, reaching out to somebody that that may have breastfed, or calling your OB and asking them, can they refer you to somewhere, or even your pediatrician. Sometimes pediatricians know, about lactation counselors that they can refer out to, as well as your insurance companies, especially if you're on like Medicaid, of any form, like programs. They have a line that you can call and you can find the things that you're looking for, and that's a resource that a lot of women don't know that they have. They a lot of times have caseworkers that are sitting there, waiting on you to call, so that they can help connect you to the doctors, physicians, and health professionals that you need to help you have a better experience.
Nice. Yes, yes. We definitely need that. A good experience.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we're going to have you back on so we can bring more awareness, as far as being a doula. Is there anything else you can share with us before we wrap it up?
Um, I mean, I could share stuff all day. Just follow me on social media, because I'm always dropping information about breastfeeding, births, car seat safety. That's another big thing that I deal with. I'm a certified car seat technician, so I show families how to properly install their car seat, as well as how to properly strap their babies in, because unfortunately, car accidents is the leading cause of death in children under 12. And a lot of it is the kids not being properly restrained, their car seats, booster seats, or seat belts. And so I try to educate everyone on the importance of car seat safety, because a lot of people don't think it's very important, and just how, it literally can be life or death for your baby. There's been...
Now,
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. I was just going to say, now where would one go to get that service, car seat safety? Who do they need to call to get the service, or do they give them that information when they're discharged from the hospital? How do they find you for that?
So for me in particular, you can go to my website. The hospital will give you a basic, like, make sure that you have a car seat, and make sure that it is strapped in to leave the hospital. But aside from that, they don't really do much. So as baby grows, when you need to adjust the car seat, if you got it installed and you got to take the baby out, a lot of people don't know how to put that car seat back in their car. So there is something called the National Child Passenger Safety. And so you can go on this website and look for car seat technicians in your area. You can look for car seat checkpoints, because some places they have, like at the fire department, a day where you just pull up and you bring your car seat and they check it out. They make sure that it's not any recalls on that car seat. They make sure that it's properly installed. They make sure that it's the right size for your baby. And if you don't have car seats that they can give, to make sure that baby is properly restrained.
Very nice. Very
And so
nice.
you would go to
And
that website and type in if you want to put your zip code or your state or your city, and it will pull up a group of people that are certified as car seat technicians. Which means that we went through a 5-day in which we literally 10 hours a day some days, 8 hours a day the others, about everything that has to do with car seats, like, the statistics on how they help save lives, what the mechanisms are that are being used in the car seats, what is the appropriate size, height, and weight, how to figure out about recalls, like everything you need to know about car seats. We went through it and trained, and we have to stay up to date. We're constantly being trained and staying up to date on the latest models of car seats, and when there are recalls on them. And every 2 years, we have to recertify and to make sure that are fresh on the skills that we have. So it's very, very, very important. A lot of people don't realize like how much a car seat can make a difference. There's been many cases where, everyone else in the car, is severely injured, and a properly restrained child has no injuries at all, from a car wreck. So it's very important. A lot of us train our children, after 1 or 2, and it's not safe. Literally,
absolutely.
It's not safe at all, and God forbid we're in a car seat. I mean, I'm sure everybody thinks that they'll never be in a car accident, or, we like to all think that we're good drivers and that it can't happen to us, but it's not always our fault, could be the other driver, and you just never know. And it's just better to make sure that you are safe in the event that something does happen.
And that's true, because people are driving crazy all over the place. And
yes,
so it's not us driving. We have to worry about the other people.
Exactly.
Right. So give that website again, National Child Passenger Safety.
Yep. And it's if you go, it's safekids.org. That's what the website is. Safekids.org.
Safekids.org. Okay, that's good. That's good. Safekids.org.
Hmm.
We've got it. All right, Miss Love. That was a very good, some very good information right there. But yeah, let's have you back and let's just keep going, bring awareness to people or any of those who have an ear to hear. That's what I
Hmm.
say.
Okay.
And um, yeah, that'll be that's good nuggets, I call it, for Simply Jewel. So as we sign off, I'd like to wish everybody a good um, day. I think that we have some good information here. I'd like to thank the supporters for listening. Um, I also would like to say, if you want to know more about Simply Jewel, just go to simplyjewel.com or on Instagram, I am Simply Jewel, and on Facebook and Health Services. Until next we wrap, peace and blessings.
Thank you.